Welcome to another day in the Matrix, Waters Above Crypto. I wanted to start this video out by sending you guys some love and high vibrations. Everyone who's here, you're all family, and since this channel has grown a lot over the past month, I thought it would be good to get to know all of you guys a little more by asking you to comment your first red pill moment. The moment when you woke up and noticed this matrix reality that we live in is not what it seems, and you began to realize you are a being of higher consciousness. I would love to hear all of your red pill moments, so feel free to share those in the comments. And for those of you that have been around here for a while and remember the first time we all shared our red pill moments, first off, I am grateful for you sticking around. The Waters Above Wolfpack has grown quite a bit. Much love. And since you've shared your red pill moment with us before, go ahead and spread some love in the comments section. Send good vibes to all the new subscribers here. From now on, it's all about energy. It's all about unlearning. It's all about allowing new ideas and perspectives. That's what we do here. So if you're new here, we do cryptocurrency technical analysis and combine it with the esoteric science of Gematria, Numerology, and Astrology to understand these markets. If you haven't already subscribed and you like what we're doing here, feel free to subscribe. Give this video a like and share this channel with other conscious people to help grow this community. And for those of you who want to learn how to do technical analysis and combine it with Gematria, you can join my Mastermind course. There's a promo code in the pinned comment below with instructions to get lifetime access to the course with a discount. My email is in the description box to get in contact with me for access to the course. And with that being said, let's take the red pill. So we're going to start out on the Bitcoin chart today because we're seeing a little bit of weakness here in the market, as I said would happen. The reason for this is because we were looking at the Wyckoff accumulation schematic and how typically after you have a rejection of a new high, which is called a buying climax, you enter what's called a selling climax, so a very sharp sell-off, and we saw this happen across the board. You know, a lot of altcoins even having 70% losses in the course of a week, and then we had this exuberant buyback. And this buyback right here, where you get another rejection, is called automatic rally or automatic reaction. Again, it's something I teach in my Mastermind course, and it's one of my favorite ways to look at this market. Richard Wyckoff was a legend, and his aspect, his way of looking at these markets and perceiving things was beautiful because he's the person that gets you to understand that you shouldn't worship anything. Don't worship a stock. Don't worship a crypto. And I think yesterday, you know, what I was saying about XRP near the end of the video, a lot of people were taking personally. And that's not what this channel's about. This channel's not about marrying a project. I've gone over time and time again using Gematria how all of these cryptocurrencies and all of these people that are tied to them, like Justin Sun and Chris Larson and whatever, they're all cover boys. They're all just cover boys. They don't care about you. Charles Hoskinson doesn't care about you. These people have a mission to put the whole world on a universal basic income system tied to a social score, social credit score, where it will run on a blockchain economy. And Cardano and XRP and XLM and Chainlink and Bitcoin and yada 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 will all be part of that transition, okay? You don't like these people. You're here right now at this time to make money. That's all that matters. Don't worship these companies. They don't care about you. And if that doesn't vibe with you, I'm sorry, but you're taking it personally. And I think it's very paramount to lay that out in the beginning of this video. When I talk about Bitcoin, it's not because I love Bitcoin. It's the best performing crypto ever. It's the best performing asset class of all time. It went from 1 penny to $65,000. It's not my opinion. So when people are getting really, really emotional and hurt over something I say about XRP, first of all, understand that I have a ton of XRP. It's my second biggest holding. If it goes up, I am happy. And for me to make a prediction video yesterday saying that it would probably go to $2.70 next month, and people were getting mad because I had something honest to say, come on guys. It's all love here. It's all truth. Red pills. So Bitcoin on the daily chart, what I'm seeing right now is a rejection off of the zero point 0.5 Fibonacci. This 0.5 Fibonacci is classic when you have a dead cat bounce scenario. Again, with cryptocurrency being a little bit more volatile, you have these dead cat bounces where the selling climax leads into an automatic rally, and then your rejection is sometimes the 618 or even as high as the 786 using Fibonacci retracement tool. Now, this is a very volatile move, and typically when it comes back down, it creates a double bottom. I went over this in yesterday's video, and what could happen now is we could actually just trade sideways, sort of come down sideways and hit this 236. This 236 is typically a strong support in regards to post quick sell-off moves, and we've seen this back here. So back when Bitcoin hit 42,000 on January 8th, again, the 8th day of the year with the 8-1. So everyone that was asking about the video I made the other day with regards to the 18th week of the year and this 8-1 and 1-8 connection coming back to Venus, and it was confusing, but it's just, look at Bitcoin hitting its all-time high, starting the year on the 8th day with the 8-1 numerology, hitting the $42,000 level, coming back to the 24 and 42 connection that we've been doing here time and time again. It's all astrology, guys. That's all it is. And when the numbers come back to astrology, specifically Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, and then secondarily the sun, the moon, it's important stuff. It's what gives you the answers. So this fractal right here, where you pull a fib from 42,000 down to this bottom low right here, you can see this move right here is sort of where we are at now. Very similar. And you have this random death candle that comes in, and then it gets perfect support back on previous levels right here. And it just happens time and time again. It's really nice. It's double bottom scenario. It's what we're leading into right now. We're sort of in this area. And that was why in my XRP prediction video that I made 2 days ago, and yesterday I went over it a little bit, I was saying that we could anticipate coming up to this 0.5 or even as high as the 786, get rejected, and just kind of hang out sideways for a minute and dip down. This dip right here, some people like to call it a backup phase. You could call it whatever you want. It's actually spring in Wyckoff, but it is what it is. Basically, anything under current highs is considered a buying opportunity. Again, this isn't financial advice. It's just how technical analysis works. So I was giving this time frame between now and around May 3rd to be seeing moves to the downside, but nothing dramatic. I mean, for Bitcoin, we might be able to see a touchdown to the 21-week EMA, and that would be something with some blood across the world, if you know what I mean. So one of the things I do want to bring up, though, besides the Fibonacci, is I'm going to bring up the indicators, and I'm going to show you two things that are important. And again, the Bitcoin chart tells you everything that will happen in the rest of the other charts, so it's why we focus on it. You don't even need to be a Bitcoin holder, but if you can master technical analysis through Bitcoin, you'll be able to understand all the other charts. So I'm going to quickly hide this 21 EMA and just show you this cross we got. Now, this cross of the 8 below the white right here, the 55 and the 8, that hasn't happened since back in September. And I'll show you right here. Boom. So if you guys remember this time, Bitcoin in August came up to new highs, and then it had this distributive top. I call it the crown. This crown typically, or a Bart Simpson head as some people like to call it, and then you have a dramatic sell-off, and you get support down around the 21-week moving average. And this cross typically indicates coming down to that 21. Then you have this arduous period of sideways before it crosses again to the upside. This is a bullish cross, and then you see it just melts up, right? This is sort of what I'm anticipating is going to happen for Bitcoin next, where the next time this cross happens between this yellow moving above this white, it's going to create a bullish cross where Bitcoin most likely goes to around $100,000. That'll be the moment it goes to 6 digits, most likely. And that could happen as early as sometime in June. So anyways, with that being said, right now we're trapped in between these two moving averages, and that's why this market is maintaining its structure. It's kind of just going sideways. Of course, Ethereum is breaking out, and everyone's really bullish about Ethereum, but people need to understand Ethereum is just catching up. Ethereum is very slow. If you consider that Bitcoin in 2017 had an all-time high of $19,700 and it's hit 65,000 since, and Ethereum hit $1,400, so a 3 times or more increase would leave it at around $4,500 to $5,000, and Ethereum is still sitting under 3,000. So Ethereum is just catching up. It's not really doing that well. Just want everyone to know. And again, I don't mean it's not doing well in comparison to insert other things. Of course, I rather invest in Ethereum than I would invest in stocks. That's no question. I'm all about crypto, and since we're in a crypto bull run, that's what I focus on and what we should all be focusing on. So there's plenty of money to be made in this sector. I'm not saying anything negative about Ethereum. I'm just saying the fact that Ethereum is breaking new all-time highs every other week, it's barely breaking new all-time highs. It should be at around $5,000 by now in order for it to have been caught up with Bitcoin. The same thing with XRP. Regardless of the SEC case or any of that shit, it should be around $5 to $7 right now in order for this whole market to be similar to where it left off 3 to 4 years ago. So one other thing to be considerate of is this MACD cross. The MACD on Bitcoin actually has crossed on the weekly. And this is a sign that we might get more downside in this market before upside. We just have to see how it goes. That's typically something problematic. One other thing to think about is our monthly close is happening tomorrow. So I'll hide all this jargon and just show you guys that we have the monthly close. This will be the first monthly candle in the red ever since this bull run really started kicking off around October. As you can see, just straight line, amazing breakout, and now we're finally getting some red. But this candle's only halfway through, and given Friday we could have a dip, tomorrow that would be sensible. Typically the worst days in the market are Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. But with that being said, unless it was like a bearish engulfing candle, which would be around 44,800, this is pretty par for the course. It's just a breather in the middle of a bull run. You could consider it similar to like maybe something like right here, this red candle, or even something like this. I mean, this is a little early, but again, you get what I mean. So let's move on to XRP, because XRP is the one that we were doing the predictions for the last couple days, and I think that that information is really good for us to follow up on, for those of you that are new here especially. So let's unhide everything. Let me hide my indicators, and then we'll just break down this territory again. So I have a fib pulled from the current high all the way down to the swing low. And then we've seen a break above this downtrending, downsloping resistance. I'm actually going to just get rid of that because it's unimportant at this time. Whenever something sharply goes up and sharply sells off, this is sort of just par for the course when it comes to cryptocurrency. So the way that I like to do it is once I see things start going sideways, I start focusing on sideways trading ranges. That's why I brought up Wyckoff before, because Wyckoff is all about horizontal trading ranges, not these like pennants and triangles and all this shit that people draw. I mean, that stuff's nice and all, but I think sometimes it's a little bit convoluted and hard for people to be able to navigate where they're at. When you use Wyckoff, you could actually navigate where you're at. Like I said, when we saw this parabolic move to the upside, I knew that we would have a dramatic sell-off. To see the 86 cents happen was textbook, considering Ripple equals 86 in the English ordinal cipher of Gematria. Now, we have to look at something else that's really important, which is this 55 EMA, which is sitting where? 87 cents. So that's textbook to see that 55 coming into this trading range. That's a very good support to be considerate of, especially when you become bullish. So the 55-day EMA is something I like for altcoins. It's something that it typically likes to pull back to whenever there's really fast sell-offs. And we have this red box target range, again, starting at the 18th week of the year, leading into the 20th week of the year. We found all this out using Gematria and astrology, and this is when I'm determining XRP to have a new high, something above the $2 range for the first time. In yesterday's video, my prediction was stating $2.70. The reason for $2.70 was a technical reason. It was because this 4236 of the previous fractal is sitting at around $2.80, and this current 1618, the golden ratio, is sitting at $2.63. So it's just obvious for me to consider that would be technically the upside, but then also you have the fact that Ripple equals 27 in Chaldean cipher, most pure cipher, using Gematria. So that 27 connection is something I'm considerate of. $2.70 would be a perfect upside target, not only from a perspective of technical analysis, but a perspective of using the more esoteric arts. So now we've seen, again, just like Bitcoin, a rejection on the 0.5 fib. Why is that so crucial? Again, because that's the dead cat bounce scenario, or the scenario where you have a double bottom pullback before continuation. The 140 is really interesting to see as well, because XRP equals 14 in Chaldean, and we've been showing the 14 connection with XRP time and time again. I'll show you guys back here. The breakout started right here, which was the 14th week of the year, and then April 5th was the day that the breakout really got going, and April 5th has 14 date numerology. So you have the 14th week of the year, 14 date numerology, and then now we're seeing this resistance before at the $1.40, and again, resistance at the $1.40, and guess when the all-time high of the year was? April 14th. So we're seeing a pattern here. Again, for those people that deny Gematria and say that it's bullshit, I mean, it's not my opinion, guys. It's what the whole code has, our whole reality, our news, our sports, who wins the NBA finals, everything, the numbers that the most important players ever have worn, they all come back to that esoteric code, that symbology. If you don't believe me, fine. I'm not here to convince you. You're lost. So let's go back to the charts. We're seeing this play out where I was explaining we're going to have an exuberance buyback and then see resistance around this $1.40 up to $1.70. Again, just like I explained earlier with Bitcoin. So this is still in play. One other nice thing I'm thinking about is this 4-hour 21 EMA, which is something that, it's not super important, but for those people that are like nerds that want to know a little bit more about technical analysis. Sorry. Right here. So you see this orange line? Ever since we've broken out, we're getting support on this orange line. And then another thing that I'm seeing that could be potentially forming is a bull flag. So XRP might just continue bullish and break out to new highs very soon. Something like this. And then you have the flagpole, which measures down to about here to be conservative. And then it's a half staff breakout target. So you go from the bottom of the flag right there, and then you would move it up, and look at where we go. That white line is perfectly matched on the top of the 786. So that tells me that the breakout target of this flagpole, in the event that we see a bull flag play out, is still not even a new high and only gets us to the 786. And like I've showed you guys in previous videos, you can have all the way to the 786, get rejected, fail a new high because the high is currently $1.96, and then come back down to test these lower ranges. It's very normal. Again, I know when the price goes up, people are going to start FOMOing in, and that's when the whales start getting ready to set up their short orders right around the 786. They do it every time. I've seen it happen on every single altcoin. On Bitcoin, I've seen it happen all the time. It's classic. And they really like to mess with people. So anyways, the fact that we're getting support on this 21 EMA and then creating this sort of bull flag momentum, I would not be surprised if like Saturday, this market breaks out, and then on Sunday, it gets dragged right back down. That would be pretty classic. Again, that's not a prediction. That's just me stating a possibility. Overall, my main prediction is that we'll be seeing a new high for XRP within this red box territory. And I would like to narrow it down to the 14th of May. Again, coming back to that 14 connection. The 14th of May or the 15th of May, in my opinion, would be great. it would be like so textbook for XRP because XRP equals 14 and 15 using Gematria. So I'm going to end that there. This, oh, one more thing actually, the monthly candle. Sorry, I almost forgot the most important thing. The monthly candle is literally the highest monthly, potentially the highest monthly close since December 2017. So that's a big boy. And hopefully we don't get a Twin Towers candle next month. I doubt that. I'm bullish on XRP. But anyways, with that being said, if you guys wanted to learn more about technical analysis and how to do TA using Gematria, feel free to email me, get you onboarded into the Mastermind course. And with that being said, spread some love in the comments. Don't forget to leave your red pill moment with everyone. And enjoy the rest of your day in the Matrix. Much love.